started now.
So this is going to be fun to sync because normally our clips are all like around the same length. I think Link has me beat by 30 seconds and I have Ernie beat by 20.
Possibly.
Give or take.
Just
whatever.
I was waiting until everyone was ready before I start hitting record, but Link's apparently ahead of the game. And then
Right?
my mic
Link
just
is
decided
just...
to be like, I'm gonna fall. So,
I'm gonna make things difficult for you.
So that's probably gonna be heard on the podcast.
Probably.
Let me go ahead and mute my phone. That way it doesn't sound like there's a fucking earthquake. There we go.
That's good.
All right. Should be good now.
All right. Well then.
I'm all set.
Yeah? You good? Yeah? All right.
Maybe.
That's good, Ernie. Hi, Internet.
What's up, bitches?
For you guys. God damn.
Ready to go.
We're so ready.
Has it been that long since we recorded this type of thing?
I think so. Oof. I think it's been like, what, maybe... for me, probably about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah,
roughly.
I know it's been a while for you, Link.
Yeah, the last one I think
the last podcast we did
was on a Saturday.
Ernie and I did it?
Yeah, it was a Saturday night at work.
Yeah. That's because Carlos is terrible at scheduling shit, so,
Carlos is just terrible in general.
I'm a terrible person.
I'm inclined to
absolutely.
agree.
I agree as well. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Piece of shit.
That's the podcast title, by the way. Carlos is a terrible person.
I thought it was going to be fuck that guy. It's like, wow.
No.
It's a bit aggressive.
But this is episode 9. Is it 9? 9! Yeah, this is episode 9, guys. We're almost into double digits. Can you believe that?
Almost in the double digits.
Yeah.
But
it is episode 9 of the LP3, the LPQ. We've got like 9 names for this podcast.
Yeah, I don't
So
even
this is Carlos with Link.
Hello.
And Ernie. Yeah, fine. Say your own name.
I fucking introduced myself. I got voice.
I don't give a shit.
God.
Use it.
I did. No, stop. All right, introductions are out of the way. What are we going to do, huh? What are we going to talk about? I think we were saying something about what happened over the holidays. Did anyone do anything fun, huh?
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about because we haven't had a podcast since, the last podcast, episode 8, came out the first week of December, I think it was.
Really?
Which I could check right now. Let's see. Episode 8, actually when Smash Brothers came out, so December 17th. So, it was about 2 weeks ago. It's not terrible. Okay. I thought we were super behind.
I feel like it's been longer.
Yeah,
it really has.
I think it's just with all the vacation and stuff, and it's
the holidays.
Speak for yourself. I haven't had a vacation yet.
Well, that sounds like a you problem, sir.
Right?
It's a company problem more than
anything.
anything.
Nah, man. I made sure I took a week off during this holiday stuff, and worth it. Meanwhile, Ernie, you have 300 hours of PTO saved up right now?
Yeah, I think it's actually 250, but yeah.
Fuck. Now, is there a limit, or is it one of those after a certain amount of time they're gonna fuck you over and take everything?
I wouldn't put it past this fucking company. They're a piece of shit. But it's supposed to be unlimited PTO. If you had signed on before the merger, because I was hired with the original company during the merger process, but they hadn't finalized any paperwork. And then, so I should be under, grandfathered in with the original company's policies and whatnot.
That's good.
Yeah. That and,
I wish I had unlimited PTO. Fuck. Dude, you know how many times I call in?
Last year, they didn't actually take anything from my PTO. Granted, I actually took vacation time last year, but I still had a shit ton of PTO to use. So I imagine I'm still good.
Lucky to have more than 10 hours at a time, dude. I use mine up immediately because every year they give me a certain amount, And I'm that asshole that's just like, all right, I'm going to call in a bunch of times. I'm going to take like 3 weeks off, and that's it. Like 3 months into the year, I'm already out.
You're
So,
like you're like a buddy of mine at work. He fucking vacations like it's going out of style. It's fucking ridiculous. Man, wonder what that's like. I got all this PTO, but I
or
don't
Ed.
really have anything to use it for.
Ed takes vacations like all the damn time, the lazy bitch.
Well, he gets unlimited PTO as well, so that's why.
Yeah, I'd be the same way. I'm not going to lie. So, back to the holiday talk. How was everybody's holidays?
Yeah.
We're talking like, what is it? Well, we already talked about Thanksgiving. We ate food and that's it. Christmas,
Yeah, I
New
got
Year's.
fat.
There
I
you
can
go.
go first because mine was kind of, boring, but I worked
Short, sweet, to the
for
point.
Christmas
There
and
you
New
go.
Year's. So, yeah.
You worked both?
Yeah.
They don't give you like
I worked
a
both.
you work one, get the other off type of thing?
So there used to be like a little, it was the most ghetto thing ever, but we used to have a whiteboard where they would have the different
Very
holidays
professional.
up, and then you would just sign your name of what holiday you want off, um, specifically, and then what holiday like you're free to work or whatever, or you don't care to work, and things like that. That's how it used to be. People plan together to figure out who can be where and who isn't going to be anywhere. Now we don't have anyone, so it's mostly just you work what you're scheduled, and
Damn.
I was
You get rid
scheduled
of
for
a
both
freaking
holidays.
whiteboard and that's it. Everyone just loses their mind, I guess. Fuck.
It's not even that. We just don't have any
That
people.
whiteboard kept order.
Like people can't freaking call off anymore. I only have one person I work with at night for everything that we're doing, and I'm pretty much still working by myself, even with him warming the fucking seat next to me because he's worthless and doesn't help.
Oh,
But
it's one of those.
yeah, one of those. But yeah, I worked both holidays. I would consider maybe like the only plus side is I get 24 hours of holiday pay for Christmas.
Jesus.
And then I don't actually know if I get holiday for New Year's or not. It's always fucking wishy-washy with that damn thing, but if so, I could at least get another 12 hours for New Year's. So I would consider that a plus.
Nah, I just get paid for the holiday. I have it off all the time. Thanks, government job. But no, I get paid for the holiday, so I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah.
Nice.
And but no, my holiday was good. Christmas, just it was just a typical Puerto Rican Christmas. We fit like 50 people in my grandma's house, which was very, very crowded. It was crazy. Like, and that's oh my god, like the Christmas party. Normally, our Christmas parties are all loud and crazy and all that shit. Like, nah, dude. Like, there's so many people in this tiny little house, and then like other family members like joined in on this party this time. Like other family members, I had no idea who the hell they were. Like, so it was almost like those like movies or shows you always see like with proms and dances and stuff, where like the girls are on one side, the guys are on the other side, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the Christmas party was. Like my family was on one side, their family was on the other, and everybody was quiet, just having their munchies and drinking. I was just like, and I go over to Jackie. I just like whispered to her, like, this is the most awkward fucking Christmas party I've ever been to. What the hell? And this is the family party. It should not be this awkward. But yeah, dude, it was just, whew, it was awkward for a while, man. It was.
That would be weird
Wasn't
to
good.
sit in on. Because I've been to your parents' parties, and they're fucking loud as hell.
Yeah.
Like,
So imagine everybody
I need
super
to go
quiet.
on with fucking headphones or something, like earplugs. But,
Yeah, dude, it was the complete opposite this time. As for New Year's, like, oh man, there's just New Year's, like the whole family was just kind of separated. Like, Ed stayed home because his wife was sick. Rico stayed home as well. I don't know why. He was just being antisocial, like always. And I went to a party, and I was fine. I had a good time. But yeah, that was just New Year's was just kind of like off. The whole holiday season was just a weird one for me. So I got a lot of clothes
Alright.
for Christmas. I'll take that. I
Oh
got some
yeah,
sweet
did
pair
you?
of socks. Yeah.
Nice. I got some pretty cool things for Christmas. But
Yeah.
Link, what did you do for your holidays?
So Christmas Eve, I was already off, and I think we were only open until 4 o'clock that evening. And then Christmas Day, we were closed. So that would have been my normal Tuesday to work. So I didn't have to go in, but I spent with family. Um, it was quiet normally. Normally all our Christmases are yelling or somebody has to argue about something, but this year it was pretty normal. We all ate and like fell asleep really really early. My brother didn't show up and we didn't know where he was for the longest time. Come to find out, he texted my mom roughly around 6 p.m. that he wasn't showing up because he was sick, and nobody had any clue. She didn't have her phone on her, so we were all like panicking because we do a gift exchange uh, every year once everybody shows up. So this year we did it super late, like around 11 o'clock. So that was
Jesus.
nice. Yeah. Let's
Now, is
see.
this like Secret Santa or
Yeah,
like you just
yeah.
pick who you like?
No.
Oh,
We do
okay.
a Secret Santa amongst the people. We always ask like, "Hey, do you want to do it?" I think it's like a $20 or $25 minimum. So people
That's not bad.
they write down like three things that they want, and then you have your option of getting one of those three or all those three. I mean, completely up to the person. So
Yeah.
I got my little cousin, and he wanted, I think it was like he wanted an iTunes card, a Starbucks card, and I think a PlayStation Plus card or something like that, or PlayStation
Oh,
Store card.
thought you said PlayStation. I'm like, that doesn't fall on $45, man. Good luck, but
It's like,
And
damn.
yeah, no. So I mean, I bought them all three. I got them like a $25 each card, so it
aw,
wasn't too
good guy
bad.
Link.
And then I got like $35 from my Secret Santa. Of course, it was one of my other little cousins, so I didn't expect to get a lot, but she gave me like $35 because all I asked was for clothes or money for clothes to go buy and whatnot, or for bills. That was it. That's all I ever asked for every year, clothes or bills. But other than that,
I like that.
that was the only thing that I got for Christmas. Currently still pending on my Christmas gift from my mother because she keeps asking me what did I want. She even asked me when I was sitting in church. She's like, "So what do you want for Christmas?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't really need anything. Like, I always base everything off of what
Don't
I
lie to
need."
me.
No,
Jesus is listening.
100%. I always base everything
Right.
on like what do I need other than clothes, and I had just bought like clothes not too long ago. So I'm sitting there like, I don't really know. So I kind of just threw out like, "Oh, well, why don't you just pay for half of my next tattoo?" She's like, "Well, how much is that?" I said, "Well, it just depends. It could be roughly between $400 to $600, but at least it'll be half." She's
Ooh.
like, "Oh, I could do that." I was like, "Okay." So
Oh,
I'm
nice.
like, "We'll talk about it." So fast forward now to New Year's. New Year's Eve, I had already asked to work because I talked to my family about if we were doing anything. We normally don't do something extravagant just because my cousin took his life 7 years ago now, on the 29th, I think, or no, the 30th. And so we don't really celebrate it like as festively as most people do. So we kind of just
Yeah.
gather the family around, we'll have dinner, and then that's really about it. But I had asked them if we were doing anything, and they're just like, "No, I mean, it's just gonna be the normal." So I said, "Okay." So that day, Christmas Eve, or excuse me, New Year's Eve, I'm laying in my room and like I'm about to take a nap because I have to leave for Montebello, which is 30 minutes from my place, to go get ready for this event or catering that we're doing for work. And we're catering for 600 people for New Year's. So
Ooh.
I'm trying to take a nap, so I'm like wide awake and I don't know when it's going to end or when we're going to leave. She walks in and she's like, "Can you help me carry this stuff?" And I'm like, "I thought we weren't doing anything." She's like, "Well, everybody's coming over here." She's like, "Aren't you going to be here?" I said, "I told you I work. I asked you and your sister if you guys were doing anything, and you guys said no. So I said, I'm going to go work." So I ended up going to work. It was no big deal. Got there at around 6 o'clock, a little bit before 6. The event started at 8, and then we kind of just did our thing. I was serving like 4 different tables, making sure they had food, drinks, all that stuff. Was there till about 3 o'clock in the morning when I left. Um, got paid out for that under the table, basically with no tax on the cash, and also I got to keep
Nice.
the tips that I got from that tables from all 4 of those tables. Um, but yeah, that was it. Came home New Year's Day, just pretty much hung out here in my room, relaxed, didn't do anything, caught up on a little bit of sleep. That was it. That was mine.
Nice.
So very chill
All right.
holiday. Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's
Pretty
usually how it
nice.
goes nowadays. I'd rather work than sit and like. Not that I don't like to reminisce. It's just I'd rather not
sit and
think
have
about it.
fun.
No, I mean I'd rather have something to do to keep my mind off of it. And family just tends to reminisce too much. And it's like that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like not think about it so I can continuously move on and be better. Yeah, I've done all my dwelling in the past and all that stuff. So, but yeah, it's unnecessary, and I love the guy, but I can't keep sitting there being all pouty face or whatever every time it's that time of the year. So,
Right.
Yeah. Nah, that's fair.
but yeah, that
I've
was
definitely
about it.
had my fair share of those moments, so I can understand the need to just be like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go do something instead.
Yeah,
People are downers right now.
I feel more productive, or at least that my time being used instead of dwelling on sad moments and all this stuff. I could be doing something more productive to help me better in the future, or at that moment. So I'd rather just work, and it benefited me with getting money, so I'll take that. But fast forward to what, yesterday, 2 days ago, I got the official confirmation on changing my Christmas gift to help pay for half of a graphics card. So
Oh, nice.
I'm buying I'm buying a CPU probably by the end of this year. I'm assuming not this year, this month. So by the end of January, beginning of February, I'll have both my CPU and my GPU, and then have it installed. So I'm gonna push to probably getting an RTX, so I don't have to worry anymore.
Yeah, that's a pretty good investment.
Yeah,
Especially if someone's going halves with you on it. Shit.
yeah, because I just told her.
Yeah, no kidding.
She had told me about it, and I was just like, well, you could do that, or you could just help me pay for some components to upgrade my PC, so that way I don't have to worry about it for another like 5 to 7 years. And she's like, okay. She's like, how much is that? I'm like, roughly around the same amount, half of what you would normally pay for my tattoo. She's like, okay. So
No idea that you had a tattoo, by the way, or tattoos.
I have one on
Tattoo
my
or tattoo? Oh,
yeah, I have one on my left arm.
lower back.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, it's on
Fucking
my
Carlos.
it's on the inside of my left arm, my left forearm, which reads a lyric from one of the you guys remember when I went on my birthday to go see my favorite band, Circus Survive. So I have a
Yeah.
tattoo of one of their lyrics on my forearm that says, I've been trying to get back to the center. And I've had that tattooed for roughly 2-3 years now, something like that. So it's been there for quite a while.
I also keep
All
forgetting that you're how old? 29?
29 now. Yeah.
I don't know why I keep thinking you're like 24. I don't know why.
It's the voice, I know.
You sound like a child.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe a little bit.
Probably.
Maybe a little bit of the voice.
Yeah.
I know. I keep thinking that you're young because everyone keeps telling me that you are.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Everybody
That's
keeps
the
saying
issue.
it.
So now it's just in my brain. It's
Yep.
like, oh, well, all right.
Yeah, no.
Well,
No, I mean, I've always had that, like, ever since growing up. I've always been told like, oh, well, you look young, and um especially once I got older, it's a lot more. But it's always been like my mom it's always the mom. Mom always tells me like, oh, how old are you now, 16? Or when people ask, oh, how old's your son, and I'm like standing right next to her, she'd be like, he's 24. I'm like, I'm 27. Like, you're way off. She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, I am. Count the years. I'm 27.
That's
Since
way
when?
different than my mom. My mom
Yeah.
tries to make me
27 years
like
ago.
fucking 50.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
how old are you
I
now?
look like I'm
55?
50.
Like, what the fuck?
She
I don't think I
rarely,
doubled my age.
she'll rarely say something like, oh, are you 30 now? And I'm just like, no, not yet. But yeah, no, every time, the biggest thing is when I shave is when she does it.
That's the reason why everyone thinks I look much, much older than I am because of my
Yeah.
beard. That's why. It's the beard and the
Uh,
deep voice.
I figure it's the beard and your freaking long ass hair now. It's just, it makes you look older.
Yeah. I don't know if it's good or bad, but sure.
It depends on how you look at it. You don't look bad as an old person, so it makes you look more.
That's very true.
I won't say like. What's the word I'm looking
You
for?
don't want
I
to
can't
compliment
remember
me
the fucking.
too much.
Well, I had a word in my mind that I wanted to use, but it totally just fucking decided to pack a suitcase and take off out of my brain. So I have no idea what I was gonna say.
Bitch, that's what it was.
Yeah, there you go. we'll go with that.
Not gonna lie, I was about to say something like that too.
Well, yeah, not what I was gonna say, but that's what I'm gonna use now. Bitch. There we go. Done.
All right. I look like a
Thought
bitch.
completed.
Good start to the new year. Now, and speaking of New Year's, did anybody come up with any like New Year's resolutions? Anybody like into that?
I mean, I guess I could say I have. I mean, it's the same thing that I've been doing for all the years. So I guess this is like get to know Link moment since I don't really talk about it much. Probably this actually ties in with the tattoo. So a lot of people actually don't know, but a few years back, I had went through addiction and I was on a lot of hardcore drugs, and I had gotten to like the lowest point in life and kind of just I was like, luckily I caught myself in that moment to say like this isn't what I want to do anymore. Like I need to get out of here, and I ended up moving with my brother, and I had the lucky opportunity because he had told me like come up, find a new job, get a better job, and all this stuff, and I was like okay. So I had left to Fresno and got away from everything and basically went like cold turkey, and it was probably the worst experience ever, but I did that for
Yeesh.
a good like I was up there for roughly about 2 years, but I like going through that it was a few months that I was going through and just kind of like it felt like hell. It was the worst. Hot sweats like for days, and going crazy. The fact that I didn't know anybody or know anything about up there, like it was easy for me to just seclude myself in my room and like deal with it on my own and not like be accessible to any of it. So I just made sure, I ate something, and I mainly slept through the days, or if the Xbox, I just sit in the garage, like in the dark, Xbox, focused on whatever, or watch, Netflix, and just kind of like take my mind off of everything. So I did that. My mom ended up moving up there with me, but she has rheumatoid arthritis, so the cold, when it gets really, really cold, there's days where she doesn't get out of bed. Like she can't make it out of bed. Her body just hurts. So I dropped my job. Like I had a good job. I was a supervisor to a shoe store. I was about to be an assistant manager. And I just said, you know what, screw it. Let's just move back. Like I'll start fresh again and whatnot. And I did. I just, the next thing I know, I gave my 2 weeks notice. I said, you know what, I'm sorry. I have to go. Like my mom's health is more important than my job. So we moved back. At the time when I was going through all that stuff, I had already picked up insomnia and a little bit of depression right after high school. So that kind of magnified and made it worse. So then after I got back here, I went through all, finding another job and all this stuff, and going through the same steps, starting from the bottom, trying to go to the top again. And then I was dating this girl for like a while, went south, depression picked up again. Started using what's it called, CBD oils and whatnot to kind of like help with my insomnia, which is kind of helping my anxiety and depression at the same time. So it worked out. And then once I kind of overcame all that stuff is when I got the tattoo, which kind of relates to all that in the past that I've done, and kind of got to this point to remember everything that I'm, what I'm doing all this for is, for myself. So last New Year's and this New Year's has been the same thing of trying to find ways to cope with what, issues I have, and continuously trying to better myself for my own benefit and my own happiness. And it's just a continuous stride to keep going up. So that's basically what my New Year's resolution is every year, is just to continuously figure out ways to be better as a person. I mean, mainly myself, but not only myself, everyone else around me and the people that I meet.
All right, right on.
I see. Good work, my friend.
Good to hear
I like
that.
resolution.
Yeah, let's say.
Thank you.
Good to hear that you've gotten yourself better.
Oh yeah,
fixed things and everything.
Definitely.
Fantastic to hear.
It's been a long road, but I've been doing pretty well so far, and that's the way I kind of look at it. Take it a day at a time, and just kind of analyze everything at a minimal, and not try to go so extravagant on everything.
Right on.
I like it. All right.
Thank you.
I don't have a New Year's resolution. I am vastly
Thanks,
lazy to really care about bettering myself.
I would say your New Year's resolution would be, or should be, to take more vacation time.
Oh,
I
that's
like
very
that
true.
too. Yeah.
Take a vacation.
Well, if we're actually going to any of these events this year, then there's my vacation right there.
E3?
Yeah.
E3
E3, RTX, whatever. Doesn't matter.
I'd be down for E3.
I got the PTO to use for it, and my supervisor can't tell me no. Because, God damn it, I didn't take a vacation all last year. And the year before that was RTX. So I'm almost coming up on 2 years of no vacation. So, yeah.
I really
want
to go to RTX again, but it's really expensive.
Yeah, we can always figure something out on when we can go again. But
yeah,
I get worried when I go to RTX now, only because every time we've come back from RTX, I always have a shit ton of posters and wall scrolls. I have no wall space anymore, except in my little storage room / bedroom. Like, I have wall space in there, but that's about to be taken up as soon as I can find some frames for the artwork that I purchased at RTX, because they're not hanging yet, because I haven't found frames for them yet. I'm also too lazy to measure for frames.
Like a year and a half.
Yeah, they're still in the plastic packaging and everything, all nice and laid out, so they're not rolled up and they're not wrinkling. They're out of the sun. That way they're not freaking getting washed out or anything. Yeah. Taking good care of them, just haven't found a frame yet.
Yeah. Damn.
But,
you need to get on that, or get a bigger place.
Well, I mean, the only reason I'd be getting a bigger place is just for the wall space.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's just you, so I guess it makes no sense to really find a bigger place right now.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless. Like, I want a bigger place. Okay, well, what are you going to do with this room? I don't know. I don't have anything to put in there.
Reason for buying a new home? My posters. I got a lot of them.
Yeah, that would pretty much be what the reason is.
Yeah, I went through a phase where I got rid of mine. Like, there's a good amount that I had going to all these conventions and whatnot, and I really thought about it at a certain standpoint. Like, do I need all this stuff? But luckily, I found a buddy of mine from school at the time that loved like a lot of the I mean, he's a gaming nerd as well as I am, but he was like really, really into it, and I ended up I put like a bunch of my stuff up for a garage sale with my aunt and all her stuff, and he came over and he bought like almost everything that I had, and it was like I don't know, like around 175 to 200 bucks that he paid me for everything. I had like amiibos, I had a bunch of random stuff, but he was taking all these things to his relatives in Mexico, and they all like these things. So it worked out. It was great. They literally, I had a huge round table with all the stuff, and they just filled it. They just got trash bags, put it all together, and took it all. I was like, all right, cool.
Nice.
Right? You made money
Yeah,
off of
I
it.
wouldn't
That's
say
all
I'm
that
a
matters.
huge collector on things. Like, all right, I'm lying, kind of. So
Yes, you are.
I used to have a lot of posters, um, before I started collecting like the video game posters and everything. Um, I got rid of those eventually
Hmm.
because that was they're almost like a mirror of where I was in my mindset. So a
Hmm.
lot of like skulls and gothic imagery and shit like that.
Yeah,
Um, they were still really cool, but they were really old and they were damaged. A lot of
yeah,
rips, a lot of holes in them because I didn't really care at the time, you know. So I'm always tacking shit into the fucking poster and everything, um, before I actually had an appreciation for it. But actually, I think I didn't get rid of those until I had gone to RTX the first time, and I came back with like almost $300 worth of wall scrolls, all Legend of Zelda wall scrolls.
oh,
I'm like,
nice.
fuck, I don't have enough space for this. So I just
Yeah,
started tearing all of them down. And I hung all of my Legend of Zelda stuff up and took up all my wall space. And outside of those, the only thing I have been collecting, and it's literally just because I got a discount for it because of my subscription to Crunchyroll.
hmm.
Um, but I had got a subscription to the Loot Crate for anime, and
Oh, okay, gotcha,
because
gotcha.
of Crunchyroll, I got my discount for it. So I was like, all right, well, let's do it. So I
Yeah,
did that. Now I have a fucking like shelf, just small little bookshelf of a bunch of fucking anime memorabilia that's just sitting back there. And probably about 70% of it I wouldn't care to keep. Like I could probably get rid of it at any point in time.
hmm.
But the rest, I fucking love. Like one of the first things I got out of it was one of those pop dolls, and it was a Super Saiyan Goku
Oh,
pop
okay.
doll. It was one of the first ones I got. I was like, this is fucking amazing. Like I was already so happy just with that.
Yeah, I have
But
a Vegeta one.
yeah,
I want one.
I do like it. I like the Loot Crate anime thing. It's been pretty cool.
I actually
Um,
got I first started out at Loot Crate when it first was still kind of brand new, and then
yeah.
Loot Crate was, or after Loot Crate there was the Avengers box. So Avengers did
Oh,
their, or excuse me, like Marvel. It was like Marvel Avengers, but they did their own box, and they had, of course, the different T-shirts. There was always a T-shirt. That was the one thing with the loot boxes. There's always a T-shirt that you get. So
yeah.
with that, you get a bunch of like pins for every month, depending on what the theme was. But they always give you a T-shirt, a pin, and then like a bunch of random things. And it was cool because I was one of the first to get I like did the pre-order and everything for it, and they give you like a choice. You do the month, you do the 3 month, and then they had like a year. And I think I did the
Yeah.
year, and it was like on sale that I ended up getting, I think, either one or two extra for free. So basically, I'd be paying for only 10. And at the end of it, they give you a huge fucking Captain America statue. Like, I don't even know how
Oh,
tall. I want to say maybe it was like a 6 inch tall, and it was fucking awesome. It was, I think it was just regular plastic, but it was pretty heavy though. But yeah, it was
Right.
it was
Yeah.
nice. It was I should take a picture of it and send it to you guys. But it was really cool, really cool. And then I stopped after that because I kind of like had so much like my little cousin loved him, so I would like share some of the stuff with him, and he started doing Loot Crate eventually, and then I kind of like stopped because like all these box collected up and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what my fucking dining room next to my kitchen has turned into. Like I have
Yeah.
a tower of Loot Crate boxes just because I'm too lazy to go outside and throw them away.
Well, not even that.
Me
Some of
too.
them actually have really cool designs on them or in them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. There is a couple that were pretty cool that I saw.
Like there was a Loot Crate did a Fallout one, and it was an upgraded one with the box when you flipped it inside out and refolded it. No. Yeah, when you flipped it inside out and refolded it, it was the Nuka-Cola fridge.
Oh,
that's awesome.
That's pretty
It looked
cool.
like a Nuka-Cola fridge, and it also came with a. It was one of the ones that came in with like a T-shirt, or excuse me, not a T-shirt, a jacket, a Vault 111 jacket. So it was like blue with the yellow trim and everything, and it also gave you like a plushie, one of the plushie the dogs and whatnot. I think it was a dog. I mean, it was cool. It was worth it. It also came with like a set of coasters, a set of pins, all these things. So it was cool. It was worth the like $100 I think that I spent for it. But I mean, the jacket alone is worth probably like $50-$60, if not 70 at most. The plushie toy was probably I think around like $15 or $10. The pins and everything were like the 5s and 2s, all that shit. And there was one other thing. Oh yeah, it came with I think it also came with like a Vault 11 bag, like 111 bag. Like I'm trying to think. I want to say it's like a little duffel bag. But it was, I mean, it's Vault 111. It's Fallout. Fallout 4 was probably one of the last highest paying or revenue games that came out. 76 kind of like dropped the ball, but other than that, that was probably the last really well done game. So
I miss doing the Loot Crates. I had Loot Crate, then I went to Gamer Crate from the same company. Then there was like Nerd Block, I think is what it was called.
Yeah, I remember
I've done
Nerd Block.
Yeah. Then Rooster Teeth, they made their own block as well. I did that one too at one point.
Yeah, I mean everybody started doing their own thing, and don't get me wrong, it's not a bad idea. It's the stuff that you get is really cool. It's really unique. The only problem was there was so many to choose from that had a little bit of everything.
Everyone's got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, there's like a horror one, there's a kids one, a Minecraft one. Like there's so many different
There's
ones.
even some for your pets.
Yeah. Which is nuts.
Yeah, I've delivered some of those.
Coming
Coming soon, the Lan-Party Productions Loot Crate. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Get your bodies ready.
Get your bodies ready.
Not sure what to put in it,
Man.
but you know.
You can have some of my unwanted stuff.
There we go.
There you go.
Every crate comes with something of Ernie's.
And signed by
got
Ernie.
a bunch. Yeah, I could sign it. Why not? I got Sharpies that I haven't used in fucking years. I'm sure I can. Yeah, there we go. Stuff.
And when you run out of shit, then we'll come up with some stuff, Like Ernie used this napkin to clean his mouth on his lunch break. Boosh. Look at that.
I don't know how that's gonna work. I like the idea.
Weird.
I like the idea.
I don't think I actually like that idea. No.
Grand prize winner will get Ernie's car. Sign up now.
The fuck? No. We're not doing that either.
Eventually, we just start.
I lost one car to you already.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's like, what the hell happened to all my spoons?
Whatever. Those are just spoons. I barely use them anyways.
Take his
Okay.
TV.
You can
and
have my
his
spoons.
Xbox.
Forks, knives,
Okay, well, can we at least leave one fork?
pots and pans.
We can't leave anything, Ernie. Think about the fans.
His microwave.
No. My microwave's a piece of shit. You can take that if you want.
His bedroom door. Just take it all.
I mean, do we have to take the door? Like, that seems entirely unnecessary.
Eventually, your apartment's just going to be completely empty.
The hinges on the door, and then just leave the door there.
Hinges.
So when he tries to
We're
open
going to
it
take
overnight,
the doorknob as well.
just know right when he's trying to open it, the door just like falls forward. He's like, "What the fuck just
Falls
happened?"
over.
Oh,
No
that'd be
joke.
great.
If that happened, like if I was literally just like waking up and I decided to go in my bedroom for whatever reason, and the door just fell over, I'd just be like looking at my hands like, I have superpowers. Like,
I was
just
waiting for
because
that
I'm still
response
waking
too.
up.
I'm a wizard.
Whoa, I can do this.
Am I actually a Saiyan
I
now?
feel like the mask.
So stay tuned for that, folks. The LPP box coming soon.
Ernie shit.
Might not come
That's
out for
apparently
like
when it's about to be called.
10 years, but yeah, it's all consists of Ernie's shit. But hey, I'm gonna order a couple of those.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you have a couple of things of mine still. So
That's,
Yeah, I do. Your capture card,
yeah.
the old one.
I know. I need to
See?
start using
Yeah,
my
no.
capture card again.
Yeah, you do.
I need to stream.
That too. Wow, you haven't done any streaming in a while.
Yeah, I've just been focusing on a lot of the work stuff and all that crap. Plus, everything I've gone to now is PC. So I've just been focusing on upgrading. Now that Anthem's going to be out in the next month and a half, if anything. But yeah, I'm prepping for that, which is the only reason why the upgrades are coming up. So prepping for that because I think it's the Origin Access gets you a week in advance accessibility to the game before original pre-orders on any other service provider. So if you were to buy it in store, I think you get it maybe 1 or 2 days before, but Origin Access gives you the week before to start.
That's kind of cool.
And this is coming out for all consoles, right?
Yeah, it's going to be all consoles, so PC, PlayStation, Xbox, all that, except for of course
okay.
the Switch and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I
get shit
think
on
the Switch
Nintendo.
would melt.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I will be informing you guys probably within the next few podcasts. I'm going to pick up that Octopath Traveler, which I've been hearing so much about. I believe that's the one that I was telling
What?
you about. So Octopath Traveler, it was the Final Fantasy-esque, like original Final Fantasy-esque games, but like with the 3D, like, I guess what's the way to do it? It's 8-bit, but it's 3D, if that makes sense. So they gave the characters and the environment an 8-bit look, but
Like Mario
Okay.
64
think of Paper
or
Mario.
Minecraft?
Think of Paper Mario, but yeah,
Oh,
more.
Paper Mario.
Think of Paper Mario, but 8-bit style.
Okay.
Okay.
So you know how you can do
So
the
it's
like.
got some depth to it.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm looking. That's the word I'm looking for. So you can see like
Yeah.
think of pop-up book pixelated but 3D. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of what it looks like. But I've heard a lot of great things about that because it's supposed to be kind of like the original, the very first Final Fantasy games. You have like different characters. There's like 8 different characters, and you get to choose from them, and they all have different stories to talk about. So, and they all connect somehow. So, it's I've tried not to read too much into what's going on because I'm really looking forward to this game. This thing got a really high score when it released on the Switch, and I'm really impressed to see what it's got. So, that's one of the ones I've been trying to do. I'm trying to stay away from Smash Brothers as much because that thing's been taking over my life on the side. Like, when I can't sleep at night when my insomnia hits, I'm playing Smash Brothers in my bed, and I'm just kind of like, 5 in the morning, like fuck, I gotta sleep. But I'm so glad that I unlocked like 5 new characters.
That
So
is literally
Such a
what
good
I've been
game.
doing.
yeah.
It's just like, I've got nothing to do. Smash Bros.
So which, by the way, I think we still need to do an online matchup, man.
We do.
Yeah. I
Group up.
still don't know how the network code on the Switch is. I don't know if you guys have played online with it, but
I have not.
I haven't.
tried it yet.
I haven't yet. I do have the online pass though for the year, so which I think was
Yeah.
only like what, 20 bucks, $30, something like that. So
Yeah, that was pretty cheap.
yeah.
Yeah. I know I haven't tried it online only because I remember playing Smash Bros. Online on like the Wii U, and that was
Horrible.
a freaking nightmare. And I don't exactly have a whole lot of faith in their net
Yeah.
services.
Yeah, no. I've heard a lot about their net services for quite a while. I think especially even back then when it was even Mario Party 8 on the Switch. So
Mm.
and
Yeah.
I mean, if you're, I mean, I've never played like what's the other one, Fortnite. Like I haven't played Fortnite on the Switch before, but from what I know, I know it's mixed with being able to play cross-platform, but still.
Yeah.
Well,
we can always give it a shot at some point in time.
I mean, Fortnite I've played. Mario Kart actually runs very well online. So, I mean, maybe Smash might run well. Maybe.
Maybe. We
Maybe.
could definitely try.
Oh, I'm totally down to try that out because that would be a fun stream to do, or like I said, a group up as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to smash. I like to smash.
We know you want to smash.
Becky, let him smash.
All puns related to that intended.
That was the last
But,
podcast title, actually. We're gonna smash.
Smash so hard. Oh yeah, we were playing
we
Smash
smashed
Brothers on the
so-
last podcast.
We
I
were.
forgot about
Yeah.
that. I was like,
Speaking
why
of
did we
which.
name it that?
Yeah.
But I mean, and
do
we
I.
were talking about Nintendo Online. Got a bone to pick with Nintendo right now because you mentioned Mario Party. I think Mario Party 8, the newest one, Mario Party whatever.
It's
the hell
literally
that thing is. I think it's
Just
Super
It's
Mario Party
super.
is what it's called.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just called Super
Horrible.
Mario Party.
It's horrible online. Like you don't get to play a board game. You don't get to do any. I think they give you like a choice of like 10 mini games. I think, and that's it. You just play against each other in those 10 mini games.
Really?
That's all you get to
Wow.
do.
They don't do the team board play anymore?
Nope.
Like
You can't do the board game, nothing at all. It's just a set of like 10 to 12 mini games. First to get to 5 wins or something like that wins it or whatever. I'm like, wow, that's the lamest shit I've ever heard.
but that's online, right?
That's online. Yeah, that's not the
I know
game itself.
when you play the game itself with 4 people, like standard, you can play the board games. I know online play though is the only. I'm assuming that's the only one that moves it towards just the mini games.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
the new Mario Party, yeah, it's got board games. It's Mario Party. They've added some new stuff to it, but it's same old thing.
No, they
4
didn't.
people.
Are you kidding me?
They've
No,
added
I
some-
have an issue with Super Mario Party. My issue with Super Mario Party is that they have dumbed it down so much and
Oh,
took
that's
everything
true.
out of it.
Yeah. It's Mario Party,
Like-
but like for toddlers. They made it
Okay,
so
that-
That's exactly what it is.
easy.
It's
I
kindergarten
agree with
version of
you.
Mario Party.
Yeah, no, I
Fucking
agree.
irritates me. As much as I
Yeah.
hated Mario Party to begin with, it was still fun to play.
Dude,
Now
the
it's
original
just
Mario
like,
Party.
Preschool. There you go.
Mario Party 1 and
Like,
2,
what is
man,
this?
that game fucked you up. That game was evil. Both games, I mean, 1 and 2. Like these are the games that
I mean-
like you land on Bowser, you lose all your stars and shit. Now it's like you land on Bowser, he'll tickle you really hard until you lose a coin or some shit. It's really sad how stupid easy they've made it.
I do
Yeah,
like.
I don't understand.
I liked the one that they did for the Wii U and all that stuff, and added the Bowser to it and all that. But I am upset that they took it off on this one. Like that was a really good extension to the game to add a little bit more variety of being, team being
Yeah.
Bowser and all that stuff. So
Yeah. But yeah, no,
I liked most of the Mario parties, even the one on Wii U. I think what I liked the most is being able to obtain items, and some items you could set on the map as traps. I like
yep.
doing that a lot. That
I
was a lot
remember
of
those.
fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, they looked at all their previous games, so it was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. 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 Let's just do this.
Everything
And
that
then everybody
worked,
at the table is just
get rid
like,
of it.
We don't even have a game now. This is literally just fucking nothing.
Hit a dice.
There's nothing here.
Some of the mini games in the new game aren't bad. I do like some of the new mini games. Some are pretty cool.
I do like some of the new mini games. They are pretty good, but like just the actual the main
Ernie's
course
upset.
of the fucking game is just not there, and that makes me so mad. Like,
And like
it's just
another
not
thing
good.
too, that you can only use Joy-Cons in that game too. That kind of sucks.
You know what?
That's slightly infuriating.
I'm not that upset with that though.
It keeps it fair because I guess like every player will have the same exact controller, I guess, for all
Yeah.
the motion sensor mini games. So I mean, I see where they're coming from, but it's like
I mean, look at what's it called? Smash Brothers. Like, yeah, you have the option to use the other controllers, but I mean, are you really going to spend for all 4 controllers? Or I mean, I'd rather just play how it is, how it kind of was intended. I don't mind that it's all switched up a little bit. I like using the controller like miniature wise because it just, I don't know, it almost feels like a mini version of the controller. It feels exactly the same way as I would be playing a GameCube controller, just small. I have no problem with that one.
I mean, when it comes to Smash,
I don't
like the
have
Pro
an issue when it comes to
controller.
Smash Brothers, but like I can play on any controller when it comes to Smash Brothers. But
Yeah.
it like the reason why I don't like the Joy-Cons is because they're too fucking small. So
They're
when you're
really
playing something
tiny.
like Mario Party, it is really hard to keep a hand on those things. They're fucking squirmy when you're trying to do certain actions because it's all motion control. And I'm throwing the shit out in the air, like.
Well, they do have
irritates me
those
to a
little
certain degree, but
those little strings that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Hey,
the straps.
they're still gonna fall out of your
Yeah,
hand one way or the other.
I
But
mean, you can tighten it so it doesn't, but
it's still gonna fall out of the hand. Like they're small. It's gonna be attached to your arm, but it's gonna fall out of your hand. But that's really my only issue with it. Is like when you're doing shit that requires motion controls, they're really fucking tiny.
okay.
Especially
Well, I
when
mean,
you have to do something that's like super excessive. Not
Yeah.
necessarily like where you have to grip it hard and shake it around or whatever. But like when you have to do something more like intricate, like trying to fucking rotate it in a circle over and over and over again because you're riding a tricycle, like that's fucking difficult to do. Like, I'm battering my knuckles together while trying to do that. It's difficult.
That's funny.
But like I said, it's an okay game. Just my only beef is the online play is bullshit. How have they not made like a full Mario Party online game where you could play the full board game? That's what I want.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And make it like 8 players online on the board game. Like that would be amazing to me.
That would be a lot of fucking people on the board.
Well, yeah, that's
mayhem.
No,
but see, that's the thing. That's what it should be. We've had this game for what? How many years? And you're still only giving us only 4 players to play with. Look at Smash Brothers, who's upgraded so much from 4 to now 8. Like, how have you not at least added 2 extra slots to play the game and given us larger boards? I feel like these boards now are so much smaller.
They are super tiny. Yep,
Yeah.
I know exactly
They're
what
like
you
10
mean.
spaces.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
like the
this is cool.
originals had like 300 spaces. These have like maybe 100. Like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. They're super tiny.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
it's not necessarily upsetting, but it's more of a letdown because you're expecting to get the same experience that you did back in the days playing this game either on GameCube or the Wii. Like,
N64, get that
yeah,
blister on your hand.
and 64 too. Like, how have they downgraded so much from that? And even Mario Kart. Mario Kart has so many freaking different characters that you can choose from, and all these things. Like, it's nuts. And Mario Party is the only one that's been just taking their sweet time, not changing much.
Nope.
Oh, they changed a lot. They just changed it in the wrong direction.
True.
That's true.
I'll let that one sink in a little bit more. But yeah, true.
Yeah. But, I mean, point is still made. They are not making very smart decisions with the Mario Party.
Currently,
Like, not
no.
even a little bit.
I agree with you. Currently, they're not.
Yeah, definitely could have. There could have been so much to do with Mario Party that they literally threw out the window.
Yep.
Like, nah, we're not doing that. Let's make the easiest Mario Party we can just so we can pump it out and get the money for it. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
So, but
No.
I mean, to each their own, I guess. I'm
Come
obviously
on, Nintendo.
not part of that company or working on anything there. So what do
Should
I
be.
know? I'm just a dumb peon. I buy the games. I don't get to make them.
Customer's always right. Listen to us, Nintendo.
Okay, it's not always true. Customer is not always right.
Nah, that's
But-
true, actually. Fuck the customer sometimes.
We can say that we're right in this instance.
LPP is always right.
I don't even know if I can agree with that either.
I love
We're
that you guys
still
both
not
went
always right.
silent like, well.
I mean, we certainly have opinions. Our opinions may
There.
not always be shared.
LPP has opinions. Yeah, there you go. Not
Yeah.
always right, but boy, we share our mind, I guess.
Okay, let's have a little bit more confidence behind the opinion, perhaps. But, it's cool.
And
Oh, shit. Sorry.
you're dying over there.
I was taking a drink of my soda and it went down the wrong pipe.
Oh. By the way, in that
Yeah.
LPP loot crate, that soda could be in your box. Order now.
I mean, it's going to be in the trash can as soon as I'm done with it, so feel
Ernie's
free to dig
trash.
through the
In
garbage.
your
That's
box.
fine. That
Order
sounds
now.
weird. I don't
No.
know why that sounds really weird in my brain, but that sounds really weird.
I mean, you might end up having that one super fan that likes to dig in your trash.
Yeah, see, that worries me on a
Would
lot
you
of
be
levels.
worried, or would you feel flattered if somebody was like digging through
No,
your trash?
I'd
'cause
be
they really
worried.
like you. Oh,
Are you kidding me?
all right. I'll stop
Have
digging in the
you
trash.
seen a movie or TV show ever when anyone's that obsessed with you to dig through your trash? They're looking for
It's-
something.
It's
That
always
something
a
isn't really
happy
good for your
ending.
health. Like that, I'm a fairly independent, singular, private person for the most part. So if someone manages to freaking just locate and start digging through my garbage and know what garbage is mine, there's a serious issue.
I mean, there are those crazy hardcore fans of people,
I know.
Link, would you?
Which
would
is
you
why
be
I'd be
afraid,
concerned
or-
if I had that kind of fan.
I
Or would
don't
you
know if I
welcome
could
the
be
fans?
that devoted. I can try, but I don't know if that is considered being being a fan or being a stalker. Because that's a very thin line.
Stalker. Straight up. Stalker.
Fan, stalker, tomato, whatever.
No, that's not how that works. It's stalker. Stalker, creeper, whatever fucking word you want to use that is not fan, there you go.
Well, It's okay if
I'm
you
going
guys
to
dig in my
assume that
trash.
you'd be okay with it, Carlos, since you seem to
Yeah.
be so gung ho about it.
I mean, if somebody loves me, somebody loves me. Just
Oh, is
don't
that
leave
how
a
it's gonna
mess.
go?
That's it. You can dig in my trash. Just don't leave a mess, or I'm going to be upset.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, there you go. Dig in my trash. Just be sure to pick up after yourself. That's fine.
Just pick up after yourself. Take whatever you want. If you want to make a clone of me, I don't care. Just don't leave a mess. That's all I care about.
Ugh. That just put images in my brain that were not okay. You can make a clone of me. That's fine. Meanwhile, they have just like this weird figurine of different things built up in their corner. They got like your hair follicles just pinned into the head. Fucking picture of you posted on the face.
Jesus.
Maybe pubic hairs for whenever you do some manscaping on the fucking genital area.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing says
That's,
true
that's what you
fan
gave
like-
permission for, Carlos.
Hey, folks, thanks again for listening to us.
Right?
Yeah.
On the podcast.
Definitely.
Kind of went off the rails there a little bit. My bad. But felt I should share the dangers of what you just gave permission for. But you still seem okay with it. So there you go, guys.
Yeah.
Start building those clones of Carlos.
Just don't make a mess. Remember.
Just don't make a mess. That's right.
Just don't make a mess. That's all I care about. But we're going to get the hell out of here for now. And the funny thing is, before we started this podcast, I was like, guys, we have to do a Nintendo podcast and we have to do a shitting on video games movie podcast.
Right?
Because somebody actually posted a comment in one of our podcasts like, hey, you guys were supposed to do the video game movie one. And I was like, we're going to do it. It's coming soon. Here it comes. And yeah, we haven't done it yet.
Yeah. You know what
Man,
I think?
we really suck.
No,
we
I
take
think
notes of what we're going to talk about next, but we always fail.
I think just this one, just because the seasons have been coming around, we've kind of just been more focused on getting those out of the way, and it kind of just leads into more conversation on outer subjects. But I'm pretty sure by the next time we do the podcast, we'll definitely get those gaming movies out there, so at least we can get it done. I know I have a few that I do want to talk about that I actually like, and a good handful that I don't like, but we'll definitely aim for the next podcast to be the first thing that we discuss, and we'll get that out of the way for sure.
So I'm going to mark it down then. Next podcast is the movie.
Video game movies. Better fucking
Yes.
bold that shit, all uppercase, exclamation points, underlined.
Highlight that
The
shit.
works.
Yeah.
Somebody get him a
Fucking
whiteboard.
make sure there's fireworks ready to go off.
Because I keep saying like it's gonna happen. Don't worry. Next podcast, I promise. And
We'll
that
make
was like
sure
6
that
podcasts
Carlos
ago.
he'll put a dramatic intro so we know for sure that this is the podcast.
Yeah.
And
Do like
trust me,
do like one of those Marvel intros. Just have a bunch of video game movies just scrolling on the screen.
Oh,
There you
dude,
go.
that'd be cool. And then it like
There you
turns
go.
into the LPP logo. Hell yeah!
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm
We'll
totally
never
down.
be able to get that done before the next podcast. But
That's
probably
100%
not.
true.
keep that in
I'm
mind, people.
not that
That's what we
talented.
want.
Keep it in mind, it's gonna happen. By next podcast, we'll have that topic done and over with. So
Yes, I promise. This time I
Well,
promise.
We'll be
It's not gonna
talking
take-
about it. It might not be done or over with because we tend to
Oh,
you know,
dude, I'm about to say, yeah, if we're gonna talk about video
tend to
game
come back to
movies,
things.
we're gonna.
get your list ready.
I-
Get your list ready, boys.
Yeah, I got a list. I got
I've
some
got
shit
my
to
notes.
talk about. 'Cause, man, there's a big old pile of poo that we got to swim through. Cause, whew, that's gonna be fun.
A pile of poo to find the gem.
you
That's
go.
what we're looking for.
Not many gems, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know, a couple shiny ones at least.
Very big pile of poo, though.
There's some rocks.
All
There's
right.
some rocks in there.
There are some rocks, yeah.
just-
You think it's a
just a little
gem, you want it to be a gem. It's not a gem. It's a
but
rock.
shiny.
Shiny.
Shiny rock.
There you go. Oh man.
All right, then. Till next time, folks.
how this
Thanks for
works.
tuning in. This was episode 9.
9.
I'll have to come up with a title for this one. Like I said, at first it was Carlos is a terrible person,
Yeah.
but we might have to move from that one. We'll see. Or I
What?
might just keep it to that.
We'll see.
Keep
The
it to what?
title. The title of the podcast. Carlos
the
is a
title?
terrible person?
Didn't we already use that?
Did we?
No, we just always talk
Yeah.
about it.
No, I'm pretty sure we used it. Or maybe it wasn't for an LP3 podcast, but one of our previous podcasts. But I'm pretty sure we used the title "Carlos is a terrible person."
Oh, that's
Because
perfect
of,
then. Carlos is a terrible person, The Return. Yes, that's the
Yeah.
title right there.
I'm pretty sure I remember specifically the conversation was about sticking a goldfish inside of the freezer instead of fucking burying it or whatever.
Yeah. Wasn't me, it was my wife. We'll talk about that next week. I could bring that back up so Link can figure out what that's all about. But
Yeah.
poor
Sounds good.
fish.
I'm pretty sure that was on one of our older podcasts that we did. Maybe but I know we used that title before.
Well,
Oh,
it's fine.
yeah. That's going to be great.
I'll come up
gonna
with
be
a good
awesome.
title. But like I said, till next time, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the love. Don't forget to check the description of the podcast. It's got a bunch of links on there with a bunch of our social media sites as well as links to our stream channels. So check us out. Show us love. We love you, except Ernie.
Yeah. I don't love anybody. I
It's
don't
a
even
strong
love
word for him.
myself.
Damn.
That's
God,
right.
Well,
I gotta
who
hate
hurt
everybody.
you?
You know,
Did
I live
someone make you
alone.
cry?
I'm very mean to myself. I don't think you realize.
Just wake up
You
in
know
the
how
morning,
people
look at
have like
yourself
a
in the
devil and
mirror
angel on
just
their shoulder? I just have like a devil. And
I just have an
flip
Ernie.
yourself off. I have an Ernie.
Yeah, there we go. We'll call it that. Got an Ernie on my shoulder. He's a dickhead.
Got an
Put me
Ernie
down a
on my
lot.
shoulder. That's the fucking title right there.
Yeah. All
All right,
right, I can do that.
We're deviating again.
No.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. All right. So, till next week, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next time. We
Later.
both say bye. There we go. Fuck. Love the gap.
All right. Don't be
Bye,
mad.
internet.
Later.